So let's make a apple and cranberry infused brandy that can be used for baking and making drinks and in your cooking and all kinds of fun things for the winter holidays. So first you want to pick your favorite kind of apples. I always enjoy a good tart apple for this particular thing, so the green grannies are my favorite apple for this particular. Are they called green grannies? Now I'm questioning if that's what they're actually called. That's what I've always called them, so the green ones. We're going to slice them up into about the same thickness that you would for, say, a pie. I like to leave the skin on. It allows the apple to hold its shape. Okay, so there are all of our beautiful apples, and this is a sealable jar that I have that I am going to now fill up these apples all the way up to the very top and add a cinnamon stick in it. Cinnamon stick. And then some nutmeg. I like adding a little bit of allspice in there. And I have cheated a little bit and added some pumpkin spice blend. Basic white sugar, and then I like adding some brown sugar because it gives it that syrupy consistency that's going to really be amazing when we are baking with this blend. Okay, so now that all of that is together, we're going to go ahead and add the brandy. You can get any kind of brandy, it doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure that you fill this whole thing up. You get all of that sugar, everything mixed up in this jar, and make sure you don't fill up all the way to the rim because you do want to have that air pocket. And then we're going to seal it, and there we go. Okay, so here are the cranberries. So we're going to rinse them off, make sure that they're good and clean, just like I did with the apples, but I forgot to say that. So what you're looking for are the ones that you don't actually want to eat. So we're going to rinse them off, and then I am going to just kind of comb through. Oh, there's one right there. So you can see that it's just not, either it's not ripe enough and it's starting to rot, or it's overripe. It can be a number of combinations of things. I don't see any other ones. Let me just make sure I finger through this. Oh, there's another one. Okay, so I think we're now good. Let me just peek. Okay, so we're going to add some brown sugar. This little bowl is a 1 cup measurement. So it's not packed. I'm bringing some brown sugar in there. I'm going to use less brown sugar with the cranberries than I did with the apples. And I actually don't really have measurements for this. I learned how to do this, and so it's kind of an eye thing. Like, you just eye it based on how much you have versus how much else you have. So there is the cinnamon. And then I'm going to add some nutmeg. Really add that spice in there a little bit. And some ginger. Got that little bit of a pepperiness to balance out the sugar. And okay, we're going to put it in there. And then we are going to add some more cinnamon bark. So again, this is cinnamon. It's just my preferred cinnamon. It has a more woodsy taste to it, I think, and it's just one of my favorites. So now we're going to try to carefully add the cranberries, and I should have added like my cranberries in a better pouring thing. I didn't. They're still in the strainer, so this is going to be messy. I'm just gonna say it now. Okay, so in. Oh, see, they're just rolling away. All right, just keep trying to carefully put them in here. Hopefully the camera is catching this correctly. I'm multitasking. I have no gum. Okay. So we're gonna put the last of those in there. So this is just 1 package of fresh cranberries. I think it's a measured ½ pound, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so now that they're all in there, we are going to add in our brandy. So let me get my brandy. Of course, I set it off to the side. Okay. So now I'm back, and this is the brandy that I have right now. It is just a basic brandy. It is a high quality brandy because I wanted to have a really good shelf life when it comes to mixing these berries and with the flavor that I'm looking to get when I cook with these berries in December. So right now it's actually October. I tend to like making this 2 months ahead of time and letting it soak in the back of my refrigerator, giving it a good shake every week or so. And then in December, they are good and caramelized almost. They are good and infused with this brandy and all of these spices that I add in there. And so they become amazing when I am going to bake with them. So I have my wood spoon, my trusty wood spoons. I love using wood spoons. And I'm going to shake and I'm going to stir this all up, making sure all of those spices do get mixed up. They don't become a clump like on the bottom. That's something that we just do not want to have. Okay, so let me adjust the camera and we can kind of see what it looks like. The brandy, the cranberries will absorb that brandy and they will sink down to the bottom. Don't worry about that. So, okay, so this is gonna go in the refrigerator for 2 months. So these have now been sitting in the refrigerator for approximately 2 months. They don't have to sit in there that long. You can do this within 2 weeks. So if you wanted to make it right now for like New Year's or maybe the upcoming equinox, then right now would be like the perfect time to do it. So this is the one with the cranberries. And as you can see, it is, it seems a little bit thicker, which it is because of the brandy sugar combination that turns into almost like a syrup with these cranberries. So these cranberries I will use in our winter solstice meal. I use them for the baking, and then also I cook them down and make like a cranberry sauce that goes over like potatoes or any of the different things on our holiday menu. And then we have the one with the apples. This one I particularly use with a lot of baking. I will make a lot of apple cakes, apple turnovers, apple cider with this. The other thing that we love with this one in particular for our family is adding it to an eggnog. Our personal preference is eggnog can be a little thick, and so adding this to thin it out a little bit is something that is like a dream drink for our family during the holidays. Okay, so when we like to mix this with wine, so we have that brandy and that wine, and some people call it, I'm gonna say it wrong, Wausau drink. I'm not too sure about that, but we just found this in a recipe in one of our grandmother's old cookbooks and thought this was amazing, and we've continued this. And this particular wine is from a local central Minnesota vineyard, so the Milliner Heritage Vineyard and Winery. Every year they have a grape stomp and they have like a lot of festivities, and so we like to go there every year and stock up and get like a box of wine that we then drink throughout the year. And this one is really, really good to mix with something like this in our personal preference. I think this is more of a taste preference thing. If you wanted to do this just by yourself and add it to any kind of a tea or any other kind of an herbal blend, that's amazing also. This is just what we prefer to do. So there are our brandy blends that I make every year. Because I haven't baked with them and I haven't done the actual recipes for that day because it would be too soon to do it now, I will be adding like little shorts or maybe little videos as I'm doing those in the next couple weeks. But I wanted to try and get these posted up in case anybody out there was interested in trying this, because it technically only takes 2 weeks for this to get to that that beautiful flavor. I like it a little bit longer, but again, it's a preference thing. And maybe this video will be seen next year, the years to come, and anybody out there enjoying something like this, I'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts, or maybe things that you do to give me some ideas on traditions that are like this. I love all of that kind of stuff. So thanks for spending a few moments of your day with me, and Hopefully you're having a beautiful day or night wherever you are, and as always, happy witching.